Reform UK's by-election meltdown, a case study in political chaos. Pull up a chair, because you are about to witness one of the most spectacular political faceplants of recent years, a meltdown so jaw-droppingly chaotic, it could only happen in the swirling mess of contemporary British politics. Imagine you're running a political party. The stakes are high. You're trying to prove you're not just a fringe outfit but a serious contender. The by-election is fast approaching. Your candidate's name is printed on the ballot. And then, like a plot twist written by someone who hates you, you discover your candidate has a social media presence so toxic it makes a Twitter spat look like an episode of the Great British Bake Off. Welcome to the Reform UK Blundell-Sands debacle, a political drama that proves, once again, that the only thing more unpredictable than the British weather is a British by-election. Our story starts with Reform UK's now infamous candidate, Irene Davidson. On paper, she was supposed to be the party's shot at shaking up the Blundell-Sands by-election. In reality, she became an object lesson in how not to run a vetting process. Days before the vote, explosive posts from Davidson's ex, formerly Twitter, account surfaced. Posts so incendiary they left Reform UK HQ scrambling for the panic button and reaching for something much stronger than coffee. We're not talking about the odd off-color joke or polyage meme. We're talking about cartoons depicting King Charles as a traitor and openly Islamophobic rants, the kind that would make even the most hardened online trolls wince. It's a sort of social media disaster that's less youthful indiscretion and more career-ending implosion. Reform UK moved at lightning speed to distance himself from Davidson, booting her out of the party faster than a rowdy football fan getting turfed out of Wembley. But here's where British bureaucracy injects its uniquely tragicomic twist. The ballot papers were already printed. Davidson's name is set in ink, immovable, like a tattoo you regret the moment you leave the parlor. The by-election is now a bizarre spectacle, a candidate literally banished from her own party but still, technically, representing them in the eyes of the voters. This is a political equivalent of ordering a takeaway, deciding you're a vegan halfway through, but the chicken tikka masala is already on your doorstep. For Reform UK, there's no sending it back. The train has left the station, and all anyone can do is watch the wreck unfold in real time. The party's official line? Davidson failed to disclose her social media accounts. If that sounds like a thin excuse, that's because it is. In 2024, not checking a candidate's social media is like hiring a chef without asking if they can cook. Social media is the first port of call for journalists, opposition researchers, and nosy voters alike. This wasn't some encrypted deep web secret. These were public posts, visible to anyone with a smartphone and a passing interest. So what happened? Either Reform UK's vetting process is as flimsy as a knockoff umbrella, or they simply couldn't be bothered to look. Neither scenario screams future government in waiting. In the age of digital footprints, failing to vet your candidate's online history isn't just sloppy, it's a dereliction of political duty. This disaster isn't just about one rogue candidate or a single party's misstep. It's a microcosm of the growing pains populist parties experience when trying to go mainstream. Reform UK has made its name railing against the establishment, promising to do politics differently. But if differently means failing to vet your own candidates, it's hardly a ringing endorsement for change. In a delicious twist of irony, the party that wants to upend establishment politics has handed its opponents the perfect argument for why proper procedures and professional standards matter. The Conservative and Labour parties may have their flaws, but at least they usually manage to check that their candidates haven't spent years broadcasting extremism to the world. So where does this leave the voters of Blundell-Sands? On June 19th, they'll face a ballot paper featuring a candidate who's been unceremoniously expelled by her own party, a ghost candidate haunting the democratic process. Will voters tick her name out of protest, confusion, or sheer stubbornness? Will Reform UK supporters stay home, hold their noses, or switch allegiance at the last moment? This by-election has become a live experiment in political chaos theory. If there's a lesson here, it's that in the social media age, your digital footprint isn't just part of your CV. It is your CV tattooed across the internet in permanent ink. For political parties, vetting candidates' online presence isn't optional. It's the bare minimum. For voters, it's a reminder to look beyond the slogans and ask, does this party actually know what it's doing? So, is this just garden variety incompetence or a warning sign of deeper problems? Whatever your answer, one thing's for sure: British politics remains gloriously, unavoidably chaotic. And honestly, would we have it any other way? What do you think? Is this a one-off disaster or a sign that our political system needs a major update? Drop your thought below, and maybe check your own socials, just in case you're thinking of running for office. For more political chaos, stay tuned to UK Plug. British politics, never boring, always bonkers.